Hello, and thank you for selecting my video. I've published my video online for you and anyone who hasn't been to Greater Balgay for a while and would like to see my photos and videos of them. I would like to share my small article about it with you. Greater Balgay is situated on the west side of Dundee city and is formed by Lockheed Park, Victoria Park, Balgay Hill and Balgae Cemetery. Balgay Hill is east of Balgae Cemetery and both are joined by a blue metal bridge called Balgay Bridge. There are legendary stories that Balgay Bridge is haunted by the ghost referred to as the White Lady. At the top of Balgay Hill sits Mills Observatory, which is open to the public, who could use its big telescope to stargaze on clear nights. Balgay Hill is approximately 140 metres above sea level. Between Balgay Hill and Balgae Cemetery at ground level, there is an open-air pavilion. This used to be an enclosure, but it was burnt down in 1993, and it was never fully restored. It is today used as an open-air pavilion. At the foot of the north side of Balgay Hill is Lockheed Park, which spans about 20 acres. The park is used for public events like small local football matches and the Guy Fawkes firework displays. Lockheed Park has a small clubhouse and a children's playground with climbing frames. The park has a small stone wall that forms its peripheral boundary. At the foot of the south side of Balgay Hill is Victoria Park, and it's roughly the same size as Lochee Park, but it has lots of trees and uneven ground, which doesn't make good for a football ground, like what Lockheed Park has. It has a flat ground. Victoria Park has a tennis court and a mini pavilion. West of Victoria Park lies the Victoria Hospital. Balgae Cemetery is on the west side of Balgay Hill and it was opened around 1870. It is a big cemetery that has internal roads which spire up a smaller hill west of Balgay Hill. Balgay Cemetery has a headstone workshop at its main entrance. Balgay Cemetery has also got public toilets and a small public waiting room. The Mills Observatory at the top of Balgay Hill is a stone building with a big domed roof. This dome can open to allow the telescope to view the night sky. The observatory was opened in the 1930s. In my video, I have included photos and videos I've taken around Greater Balgay with Lockheed Park, etc. Hello, right, that's me at Lockheed Park. So that's Lockheed Park now, and what I'll do is I'll do some filming and photography around about here for you. So behind, that's the Lockheed Park clubhouse behind me there. The old football pitches and that are still being used. That's like the climbing frames, and that'll be the old Lochee house. Okay, so I'll turn this round and I'll get some video footage of that for you. Right, so I'm just starting to do the filming around about the park, Lockheed Park. So it's obviously quite a flat ground. It's suitable for the football that's going on up there at the moment. Unfortunately it's not the best weather, but the fog is cleared, so we're able to see pretty much all the park. And that's looking towards Ancram Primary School. We've got the bowling green just in front there, the children's playground with climbing frame there. Got a picnic bench, it's the old house clubhouse, and this is used normally at Guy Fawkes for the Guy Fawkes firework displays, but there wasn't any this year, 2020 COVID restrictions, unfortunately. So this bit there is good for sledging in when it's snowing because of the gradual slope, and it's quite safe because there's lots of grass here. There's no like a road or anything at the bottom, so it's very popular for sledging. I used to do that in the 80s as well, when the snow, when you used to get seasons. You used to get winter, snow and that. Now the seasons are just bizarre as anything. You know, there was a saying where you got all 4 seasons in one day. Well, now it's like all 4 seasons in one afternoon. It's just completely bizarre. And the temperature of the weather for everything's just fluctuates too much. But yeah, you got a nice view of the trees and that, so yeah. So I'll do some filming round about Greater Balgay, Mills Observatory, Victoria Park and the cemetery. So I'll go and get myself around there and do some videoing for you there as well. Okay. This is just a video showing the wall, the peripheral wall around Lockheed Park as well, and from this angle. And that's the entrance into Balgay Hill. So that's Balgay Bridge, the blue bridge, metal bridge. It's just the entrance to Balgay Hill. So up there is Mills Observatory, so we'll go up there as well. So this is a view from the Balgay Bridge. I think it's something like 40 feet. So I'll just head up there now. Right, so that's us up at the Mills Observatory, and you can see the dome at the top. That opens and that allows the telescope to look up into the night stars at the night sky. So I'll turn this camera around and I'll get some videos of that for you. Okay. It's just a bit unfortunate about the weather, but there's not much I could do about that. It's really the time scale that I've got. We'll be working everything, shifts and that. So I was able just to squeeze it in on this Sunday because it's my day off, but I'm working an early shifts, so kind of limited for time unfortunately. But as I say, the fog was really thick earlier. You couldn't see your hand. Well, it was really, it's just improved slightly, but yeah, this observatory is free to get in. It's shut at the moment again for the COVID restrictions. So okay, I'll make my way down to the other parts of the park, Greater Balgay, for you. Okay. So this is the pavilion at the between Balgay Hill and Balgae Cemetery. It had a fire back in 1993 and they never fully restored it. They just painted up the metalwork and left it as an open air pavilion. This is this grass, sort of triangular, trapezium shaped kind of island that sits in front of the pavilion. That is part of the Victoria Hospital behind that wall. That's behind there. And just down there is Victoria Park, so I'm going to head down there. Okay. Right. So behind me is Victoria Park, and you've got the mini pavilion just back there, and up in the corner you have the tennis courts. There's tennis courts there. So what I'll do is I'll turn the camera around and I'll start filming the pavilion for you and taking some pictures. So as you can see, it's Victoria Park, and it's got more trees and the ground is more uneven, so it's not really suitable for a football pitch, unlike Lockheed Park. So I'll start filming for you round about here for you, okay? That's where the tennis courts are, just up in the corner there. And this is at the south side of Balgay Hill. That's Balgay Hill just up there. And at the top is where the observatory will sit. So this is the mini pavilion, or it's sort of like a mini garden. And you can walk right round it as well. There's benches and seats and that you could enjoy sitting in. And that's just where the Victoria Hospital is, just beyond that wall. So the road that runs along there, the main road is Blackness Road, and then you've got Pentland Avenue that is up in that direction there, and Scott Street. So this is just some more footage of Victoria Park, and it's roughly about the same size as Lockheed Park. So this is me just filming at the east side of Victoria Park. So behind that tennis court there's actually a bowling ground as well. So this is an interesting setup here. Okay, that's me now at the Elliot Road side of the Balgae Cemetery, which is part of Greater Balgay, so it stretches for quite a bit. And up this road here behind me, that's the entrance to Victoria Hospital. So this would be the southwest side quarter of the Greater Balgay Park. And there is a slight hill up there as well, but it's not as high as Balgay Hill, but it's a slight hill, and the roads spiral up, and you've got the cemetery headstones and that go up there also. So I'll turn round the camera and I'll do a wee bit of filming there, and then I'll go down to the main entrance from the Glams Road side and I'll film there for you as well, okay? So that's the Elliott Road side. Adjacent to that you've got the housing scheme, Cambridge Street and Oxford Street, etc. just down on there. So it stretches quite a bit, this cemetery. It's really big. It goes way over and joins as far as the main pavilion, and it runs up to as far as the entrance at the Lockheed Park entrance as well. So it's a fair size of cemetery. So I'll go down to the main entrance and I'll film that for you as well. Okay. Okay. That's me now at the main entrance to Balgae Cemetery. So you've got the main entrance here. Behind me is the Tayside Memorials. That's the workshop for the headstones. So it's quite a big cemetery. So that's the main drive-in. The road that comes off it is the main Glams Road. You've got 9 Mills Avenue and Dixon Avenue up there. It's a fair size. Right, I'll turn the camera around and I'll do a wee bit of filming up there for you as well, okay? So just up ahead there, that's the toilet block, and there's a public waiting room as well, just a small one. It's also got like the gardener workshops, etc. joined to that building, and there's a tap as well where you could water flowers, etc. Right. Yeah, this is looking south over the River Tay. Normally you would get a really good view over there of the Kangaroo Bay, etc. in the River Tay, but it's not a very nice day, unfortunately. So, but if you come up here on a clear day, you will get a nice, good view over the River Tay, etc. And the hill, that's the slight hill. It's not the main Balgay hill, but it does go up a wee bit, and these graves spiral up. I mean, this is an old, really old graveyard, so it's expanded quite a bit. So following this road right round would end up taking you round to the pavilion, and if you're going along this way, that will end up going towards Lockheed Park, and just down there's the main entrance from the Glams Road side. There's a lot of nice trees in that here as well. It's a really nice park to walk around, and if you're doing jogging, etc. It's plenty of trails, and as I say, you're not really in any traffic or anything, so it's really good. But that's where you would get the view of the Tay, but obviously today isn't a good day for that, unfortunately. But this is kind of typical of the paths that wind up. So they wind up this slight hill, spirals up here. Greater Balgay has a lot of paths and trails to offer, and big grass parks to relax and exercise in. The Mills Observatory, to my knowledge, is still free to visit. From the far east side of Balgay Hill, there is a nice view of Dundee Law and the rest of Dundee. I recommend Balgay Park for those looking for somewhere to jog around, and if a hill climb is needed as well. I hope you enjoyed my short video, and if you wish, you could comment, like or subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you for watching.